Student, the next topic is kinetic energy. So we have just understood previously that kinetic energy is the part of mechanical energy, and mechanical energy is something energy which is possessed by the body when it is in state of rest or when it is in state of motion. So I told you when it is in state of motion it will be termed as kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is the energy which is possessed by the body when the body is in motion. Now example of kinetic energy is not new. We don't have new examples of kinetic energy. The kinetic energy is only, we can take the examples of potential energy only, because in potential energy the body is at filled with energy, but it is at rest. But when it is left, that potential energy is changed to kinetic energy. So we have a stretch bow when it is left, and a stretch bow when it is kept hold, it will have potential energy, but when it is left, it will arrow will have kinetic energy. Then raised hammer, when the hammer is raised it is having potential energy, but when it strikes the nail it will be having a kinetic energy. Then the ball when thrown up and again it falls down, so when the ball is thrown up by the boy it is having potential energy at the top, but when it start falling it will have kinetic energy. Now we have some factors on which kinetic energy depends. We have one expression for kinetic energy also, that is half mv square. Here m is mass and v square is the speed of the body. So factors on which kinetic energy depends is mass of the body. Greater will be the mass of the body, higher will be the kinetic energy required. Example is kinetic energy of a body of mass 10 kg is moving with a speed is more the kinetic energy of a body having mass 5 kg. So 10 kg will have more kinetic energy, 5 kg will have less kinetic energy. Next factor is speed of the body. So more will be the speed of the body, more will be the kinetic energy. You can see this boy, he is striking, he is having stone in his hand, and he has strike this stone on the window pane which is made up of glass with full speed. So if he is using his full speed, his full energy, and if he is using if the boy is using full energy, the stone will also have much energy, and when the stone is left from this boy's hand with full energy, this stone will change into kinetic energy and the speed of the stone will also be very much high. So speed of the stone will be more, and if the speed of the stone will be more, this window pane will crack or will have a hole in the glass. So this is the best example you can see in a picture form. Now some more example is given in the book is falling hammer. I have already told you. Bullet fired with a gun, and many more examples are there of the kinetic energy. We have already discussed this in the potential energy, that if this potential energy, you can see water that is behind the dam, if it is left, then the water will come into in kinetic energy, the water will come in kinetic energy, but as soon as it is stopped it will have potential energy. So these are only the example of kinetic energy also when it is left or it is turned into motion. So we have the expression is half mv square, mass and the speed of the body. Student, we have next important thing here. This is the example of a ball which is thrown from bottom to top, and the work is done against the the work is done against the gravity. Now here you can see that this ball is thrown from bottom to top. So here when the ball is reaching at the height, it will have potential energy stored here. But when this ball will start moving towards the earth, because earth attracts the body towards itself because of gravity, so when this ball will start moving, it will have, at the B position, it will have both potential energy as well as kinetic energy. But when this ball falls on the ground, it will have kinetic energy only, because from top it has fallen down because of kinetic energy. So when it reaches to point C, it will be having kinetic energy. Then we have production of hydroelectricity, how hydroelectricity is produced. So hydroelectricity is also based on potential energy and kinetic energy. When the water is stored in the dam, students, I have already given you this example. When water is stored in the dam, behind the dam, it will have potential energy, but when this water will be left, it will have kinetic energy. So with full speed, the water start flowing in this you can see in this tunnel, or in this pipe form you can see, and it will, because it is having full energy which was stored here when it was behind, and when it is left, it will move with full energy, with full speed, which will in this condition, what happens, the potential energy which was stored is changed into kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy is having full speed, so it will change, it will just turn this turbine very fast, and the electricity will be produced. Another example is, you can see this pendulum. When it is in the middle, it is in to and fro motion, but when it is start moving, when the force is applied to this, it will move towards the left, move towards the right, and it will move towards the left. When it will be here, it will be having potential energy, and when it will be in the middle, it will be having kinetic energy, because here potential energy was stored when it was here in rest, but when it will come in middle, it will have kinetic energy, and again when it will be here on the left hand side, it will be having potential energy, and again it will swing from here to here. In this way, it is completing its rotation. This is called simple pendulum, and it is completing its motion, which is called SHM. This is called harmonic motion, simple harmonic motion of pendulum. In this, the two things plays important role, and the two things are potential energy and kinetic energy. Another example which you have to read by yourself is a roller coaster. You have to read this by yourself. Now student, we have studied about the mechanical energy, and mechanical energy is bifurcated in two parts, potential energy and kinetic energy. Now we have different energies which is being found by the conversion of energy, as mechanical energy to electrical energy, how mechanical energy is being changed to electrical energy, how electrical energy is being changed to heat energy, how electrical energy is being changed to sound energy, then how chemical energy is being changed to light energy, how electrical energy is being changed to light energy. Now mechanical energy is changed to electric energy because it is having a dynamo, and when this dynamo start working, it will give electricity. Now when this electricity, here you can see electrical energy will be changed into heat energy, and we are having different examples of this. When you will study the example, it will be more clear to you. Example of this is dynamo. Example of electric energy to heat energy is electric iron, thermocouple, and we have also the example of geyser. in which water is heated. The next one is electrical energy to sound energy, that is loudspeaker, and sound energy to electric energy is microphone. Then we have chemical energy to light energy, that is candle, and light energy to chemical energy will be sun. We have solar panels, solar cookers, etc. In that condition, light energy is changed to chemical energy. Then we have electrical energy to light energy, example is bulb, and when this light energy is changed to electrical energy, it is photocell, or you can say batteries, etc. These are the example of conversion of energy from one form to another form. Student, in the next part of the video we will study about the topic power.